Okay, sir. So in the last class, what we discussed is lightning UI navigations, right? How to navigate, set up notifications, favorite, all these things, right? So today, what we'll do is today we'll create one new lightning application. Okay. First of all, we'll understand what is application. Anyone, what is application? For example, if we take this is application, right? Normally, what is application? Anyone? What is application? Terida, ఎవరికి? What is application means?
Set of web pages,
Collection of tabs.
apps,
Who told madam? Collection of tabs.
application tabs like sales, marketing, service.
Yeah. So normally applications is like it contains some specific functionality, sir. Okay. If you take any application, see for example, you take service, right? So service is a one type of application. So what it will do, it will provide some services to our customers, like using cases and all these, right? So similarly, if you take sales application, what will happen? So it will provide some functionality like how, to create a leads, right? And generating sales, closing the deals, all these things, information it will contain. So application is nothing but some functionality it will contain. We can use that functionality. Okay, that is normal definition. But normally what we can call application is nothing but a collection of tabs. Okay. So what we can all these things are tabs only. By using tabs only, we can do, right? We can create a records and we can do all the functionality, whatever you want, data and those. Okay. Then what is tab? Oh, okay. What is tab?
So functions functions or objects.
Yeah, these are all what we can call objects. Okay, objects are tabs. Okay. So normally the tabs we can use for in the UI. Okay. So tabs is nothing but normally it is a plural name for object. Okay. For example, if object name is account, right? I'll tell you. For example, if object name is account, what is the tab name? Account. Okay. In the UI we can use tabs, but in the background we can call it as an object. Okay. It's a Bartley. Okay. So in the UI, we can call tabs. In the background, what we can call object. Okay. For example, if you see object tab. And one more thing we discussed, right? Whatever Salesforce is providing, we can call one terminology. What we can call it? If whatever Salesforce is providing, whatever Salesforce provides, then what can call that thing?
Standard applications.
Standard. Okay. Any sample standard application? Anyone? Anyone? Can anyone tell me what is the sample standard application?
WhatsApp.
Accounts cases.
Sir, accounts cases application.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay.
What I'm asking, applications, not tabs or objects. Okay, sales, services, marketing, etc. So these are all we are calling standard. Why? Why we are calling standard apps?
Predefined applications.
Which is providing by Salesforce. by default Salesforce is giving, that's what we can call as a standard. Standard tabs. Standard tabs. Anyone?
Leads, products,
अच्छा మనం ఇంతవరకు ఆబ్జెక్ట్ డిస్కస్ చేయలేమా?
campaign.
We discussed so many objects, right? Campaign, product, price book entry, lead, account, contact, opportunity line item, order line item, contract, cases. What we can get all these things. Types only, right? Objects, nothing but objects. So all those are by default provided by Salesforce, right? So we can call it the standard objects or tab. Okay. Objects. Okay, these are all called tabs. Okay, what is the difference between tabs and objects? Tabs we can use in the UI. Okay, if you want to create any records in the UI, so it should be like a tabs only. These are all tabs. But in the background, it's nothing but an object. Anyone tell me sample objects? Account, contact, save, etc. So what is the difference between this and this? Tab key objects difference anything? Anyone? If any difference can be make. What is the difference between this now? Tabs and objects? Same difference లేదా?
With tabs are nothing but main objects. Objects are nothing but background of the
Madam, your voice is not clear, madam. I think you are having internet issue. Kusuma, you are having some internet issue. Your voice is like a little bit slow. Now, going to tell me what is the difference between tabs and objects now? Difference in how to identify which one is object. What is object? What is tab now?
Sir, in tabs, object contents and opportunities are there, sir. In objects, account and contract cases are there. Opportunity
Different.
is not there, sir.
Not like that. Hey, even opposite also their object. Everything is available.
Okay.
Difference anything.
Multiple.
How we can
Tabs
identify which
using-
one is object, which one is the tab. Both are same only. Input simple cheptuna. These both are same only. Same thing. But what is the difference between tabs and objects? Is tabs will use in the UI. UI ante user interface. Where we can use tabs? UI ante user interface. For example, if you see all these things, this is UI. Man చూస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి ఇది UI. These are all Salesforce user interface, right? So what we can see here? Accounts. This is tab. Okay. If you click on tabs and edit object, see this is object name. If we make a difference in the same, we are using same object. Difference in the tab key object is, so in the tab we can use a plural name. So it is like we use this tabs in the UI level, but in the background is nothing but an object. Okay. See, this is object. Object name is account. Tab name is what? Accounts. In the background, we can use singular name. If you want to create records in the Salesforce, we should create a tab for that. Okay. Understand Arthamainda? But what is the main difference between tabs and objects? So tabs also nothing but objects. Okay. But what will happen? So tabs is nothing but we can use to create a record in the UI. Arthamautunda? Understanding? Yes. So tabs are nothing but object plural name. Tabs are nothing but what? Objects plural name. Okay. For example, if you don't have a tab, so you cannot create records in the UI. You cannot create records in the UI, Salesforce UI. Okay. So if you want to create records in Salesforce user interface, we should create a tab for that object. Understand? అర్థమవుతుందా? మనం రికార్డ్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే for object in Salesforce, we should create a tab in the UI. Understand? Hello? Hemlata, Sanjay. Sharat,
Yes. Yes, sir.
ఏమర్థమైంది సార్?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, sir, what you understand. Sanjay sir, what is the difference between tabs and objects?
It can be used in the UI. Tabs can be used in
UI.
the UI
Object will be in the background.
background.
Understand? If you want to create records in the UI, tabs is mandatory, sir. Without tabs, if you create only object, you cannot create records. If you create only object, you cannot create records. You can create records, but through background, through API, programming and all, but not in the UI. If you want to create records in the user interface, okay, if you want to create records in the user interface like this, new button and all, we should create tab for that object. Understand, everyone? Okay. So application contains tabs. Tabs are nothing but objects, plural name. What objects can contain? So మనకి ఏమైనా ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇప్పుడు if you click new button, what object is there? What it contains again? ఏమైనా ఆబ్జెక్ట్ what we can call all these things. ఏమంటారు సార్ వీటిని మామూలుగా?
Information.
ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అంటారు.
Fields.
ఫీల్డ్స్, ఎగ్జాక్ట్ ఫీల్డ్స్ అంటారు. సింపుల్ సార్, మీరు ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ డెఫినేషన్ అర్థం చేసుకోండి, చాలా ఈజీనే ఇది, నాట్ కాంప్లెక్స్. ఫీల్డ్స్, ఓకే. ఫీల్డ్స్, వాట్ ఫీల్డ్స్ will contain? It contains, it will store the data, information in the fields. Okay. మీకు ఇంకా సింపుల్ గా చెప్పాలంటే, if you take any Excel sheet, for example, assume that this Excel sheet is nothing but one application. Okay, ఇది ఒక అప్లికేషన్ అనుకోండి, ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ఓకే, ఓకే. So here, what you can call objects. Example, this is a student object. This is a teacher object, like that. You can create as many as. In the student object, what are the columns we can use? ఏమిటి మామూలు స్టూడెంట్ లో కాలమ్స్? నేమ్,
Student name, ID,
ఫోన్ నంబర్, ఐడి,
email.
ఈమెయిల్,
Date of birth.
డిఓబి, అడ్రస్, ఎక్సెట్రా. టీచర్ అంటే నేమ్,
ID,
Qualification.
department.
డిపార్ట్మెంట్, మేబీ ఏ సబ్జెక్ట్ టీచ్ చేస్తుంది, రైట్? విచ్ సబ్జెక్ట్ టీచింగ్. You can add email, date of birth for teacher also, etc., etc. Okay. So these things are nothing but this is called object. Okay, tab. Here this is called field. Okay, this complete Excel sheet is nothing but one application. For example, this Excel sheet application name I can give. Okay. For example, this application name I can give a school app. Okay, just understanding purpose I'm giving school. Okay, click desktop. Okay. Understand, sir? Now this Excel sheet is nothing but one application. In this application we have objects. In the objects we have something called fields. In the fields, what we can store? Then just in the fields.
Data.
Data.
Data. Simple. Ante sir. Ramesh, Naresh, Mahesh, right? So all these things. So if you want to create data in something here like this, so we should create first application, then object. For object, these are nothing but a tabs. In the tabs, we have to create a column, nothing but a fields. In the fields, we can enter the data. Understand? అర్థమైందా సార్ అందరికి?
Yes, sir.
Tabs contains tabs. Tabs is nothing but a plural name for object. Object is nothing but a, it contains the columns, you can say. Object is nothing but a table, like an Excel sheet table, right? Example like this. These are all. This is store the information in the fields. Okay. So we'll create one school application first, then we can go one by one. How to create application? So now we are in SaaS or PaaS, sir? Anyone tell me? Now we are in SaaS application or PaaS application?
SAS. SAS.
Huh?
SAS, sir.
Already
Why, sir?
developed.
SAS.
Why, sir?
Was already developed.
Uh-huh. Not like that, sir. We can identify simply in the left side. Can you see anything here?
No.
On the left side, yeah.
No.
If you get more
Is there
options.
anything available to create a new thing or customize any existing functionality? Left side ఏమైనా ఉందా మనకు?
No, sir.
No. So that's why this is just records. We can create records only here, not here. So if you want to do anything, where we have to go?
Setup.
How?
Setup.
Setup. What we have to do now? ఏం చేయాలి?
మేనేజర్లోకి వెళ్ళాలి.
So we have to create one application. Just create a app. What we can call apps. App manager. So here we can create a new application. Click on app manager. So here you can see application name, developer name. So application name, developer name is both are same, but developer name will not contain any spaces. You see there is some space between the two, but developer name will not contain any space. It will just without spaces it will display the name. And what is the purpose of this application? For example, if you see this application, what is the purpose of this application? We will use this application for report purpose. This application for upload purpose. Okay. This is for automation purpose. This is for sales application. So why we have two sales here? Any guess? ఎందుకు two sales apps ఉన్నాయి?
One is classic and one is lightning.
Correct. Yeah. If you see here in the end layer, so this will display in the classic application. This is available in the lightning. Same for service also you can see. Service also available in the classic, and this is also in lightning service console. Understand, sir? You can see here app type. Classic means this is available in classic. Okay. So this is not available in lightning. See, for example, if you type to the app menu, if you type all tabs, it will not available. Why? Why this is not displaying there? All tabs app. And this is our lesson. For example, if you take this app, application menu, condition analytics studio. Why it is not displaying there? Here, this application. In the coup.
Because we are in lightning mode, it is for classic mode.
Correct, exactly. Okay. These applications specified only classic means it is available only in classic. It is not available in lightning. Understand, sir? For example, if you see this one, approvals, just type it here. Not here. If you type here, approvals, can you see application name?
Yes, sir.
The lightning means that is available in lightning. Classic means those are available in classic. అర్థమవుతుందా సార్? యాప్ టైప్ అంటే ఏంటండి? హలో, say yes or no, madam.
Yes, sir.
Nagvani. So you can see there's one more option here. What is the option in this one name? Can someone read this one? What is the name here? This one. Can you condition name?
Visible in lightning.
Visible in lightning experience.
What it means? In the future, sir, any guess why will use this option checkbox?
If the classic app is available even in lightning as well or not.
Correct, exactly. So for example, if you want to see this classic app in lightning, what we have to do is we have to enable this checkbox. For example, we'll take anyone thing. Service, right? Okay, this is now available in lightning also. If you type service, is it available or not now? Conditioner కనిపించదా?
Yes, available.
Why, sir? Even though it is classic, why it is available in lightning? Because of this checkbox.
Yes.
Understand? అర్థమవుతుందా?
Yes, sir.
In case if you want to see any class cap in lightning, what you have to do? Just you have to enable set box. Okay. In case if you don't want to see, click here, edit. ఏం చేయాలి సార్ ఇప్పుడు? అవసరం లేదనుకుంటే మనకు ఏం చేయాలి? This set
Disable.
box disable చేయాలి. So now can we see this application, service application? కనిపిస్తుందా కనిపించదా?
No,
Can you
sir.
see the service application?
No,
Why, sir?
we have
We
disabled.
have disabled the application. Understand? So we can do even classic apps also. You want to see in Lightning, what is the option you have to do? We have to enable the set box. Even if you have any classic app, if you want to view that in Lightning, just we have to enable the set box. అర్థమవుతుందా? Understand or not?
Sir.
Okay. So now what we have to do is we have to create a new app here. Okay, here we have two options you can see. One is new Lightning application, one is new connected application. Okay, I'll tell you just difference. Will not use this option now, but I'll tell you why we'll use this application later. We'll discuss now only new Lightning application. Okay, so another one is new connected app, right? So I'll tell you why. What is the purpose of the app? That you can remember. Maybe that will discuss in the development part, not in here. We can use that application development. Normally we can use connected app in the integrations. Just remember this option అంతే. ఇంక మిగతా ఏం ఆలోచించకండి. We'll use connected apps for only integrations. How we can use how all these things we can discuss in the development part. Okay. What is connected app? Connected applications we can use integrations. Integrations అంటే ఏంటి? For example, if you want to send data from Salesforce to Java or like Salesforce to SAP system or SAP wants to send data to Salesforce, then we have to create this application. For example, SAP wants to send some data to the Salesforce, then what we can do? We have to connect both systems, right? To connect both systems, we can use this application. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో ఇంటిగ్రేషన్స్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఇన్ కేస్ ఇఫ్ అదర్ సిస్టమ్ ఈస్ సెండింగ్ డేటా టు సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్, ఓకే, ఎస్ఏపి ఆర్ ఎనీ అప్లికేషన్, ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ ఎస్ఏపి ఆర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేటికా, రైట్, ఆర్ డెల్ భూమి, we have so many applications in the market, right? Integrations tools are there. In case if they want to send data to Salesforce, first what we have to do is we need to make connections between the SAP to Salesforce, right? How SAP will connect to Salesforce? By using this application. Okay, that we can discuss later. Just remember now this much only. Don't think too much about this one. If someone is asking why will use connected app will use for integration purpose. In case if anyone wants to send data to Salesforce, then we have to create a connected app. We have to share the or connected app details. ఇందులో ఏముంటాయంటే మనకు నార్మల్గా సో URL, client ID, secret, all those things it will contain. We'll discuss that in later. But high level, I'm just giving what is the purpose of this application. Client ID, client secret. So we have to give all this information to the third party system, I mean other system. Then they will connect to the Salesforce. After the connection, they can send that to the Salesforce. Okay. So we will use connected app for integration purpose. So normally it contains client ID, URL, secret and all. So if we provide these details to these people, other people, they will do the authentication. Once they will do the authentication అంటే connection. They will connect the Salesforce. Okay, and then Salesforce will give permission. Okay, already we have given permission. Now you can send data to the Salesforce, something like that. Okay, that much only now. Don't think too much. Okay, now we can create one school application or college application. For example, I want to create one application called Narayana College app. Okay, so how to create new application now? Normal application, Lightning application. Just click on new Lightning application. So here we can give application name. Okay, in case if you don't know what is we have to give here, this is like help text. Okay, this name appears in the navigation bar, so you can see that name of the app, all those things here. Okay, for example, I can give what's the name I can give? I know college. app. Okay. So I mentioned, right? App name we have to give. This is like a label name. Developer name will come automatically populate. So it will not allow spaces. So in case if your name is having spaces, automatically it will fill with underscore like this. Okay. So what is the purpose of this application? We'll store Narayana college data, something. Yeah, whatever you want to give, you can give. See, for example, if you see here, we are in sales application, so that's why you're able to see Salesforce logo. Whenever I'm opening Narayana college, then that time I want to open your Narayana school app logo here. For that, so here you can upload your image. Okay, you can just search in Google. Okay, something called Narayana college logo. You can take PNG, JPG, whatever it may be. So you can just click on it. So whichever is suitable for you, you can just download and use it. Okay, here we have some specifications also. You can see here. So it should be 120 under 5 MB. It should be not more than 5 MB. Image should be below 5 MB. It may be either you can use JPG, PNG, BMP, or GIP, whatever the image you want to use. Okay. So you can just download it in your system. You can use it. Okay. Yeah, whatever you want, you can give it. So already I have some logos in my downloads. You can use that option. For example, we'll take this one. Okay. Okay. You can see how it looks like. So after uploading your logo, our application will look like this. Narayana College app. Okay, your logo will come like this. If you want to change like some colors, anything, you can use it. But I'll leave it as is now. Okay. All the theme options you can use as it is our app logo, whatever you can just give it. Then click on next. So here you can see navigation factors. So in Salesforce mainly we have two navigations. One is the standard navigation, console navigation. So now whatever you are seeing here, right? This is called standard navigation. Standard navigation means we can see tabs one by one like this, side by side. Side by side we can see that is called standard navigation. What is the other one? Console navigation. Console navigation అంటే if you open any console application. If you take service console. Here you can see all the tabs under menu like this menu. Understand, sir? అర్థమవుతుందా what I'm saying? If you want to go to the other object, you can just click here. It will just go here. But in the standard navigation, it is like a separate one, like a side by side. You can see. Everyone is following? What is the difference between standard navigation and console navigation? So normally standard navigation we can use for all the applications. This console navigation mainly we can use for service applications. Service applications means like if you want to like a chat with customer, you want to do some phone call to the customer, chatting cases. So mainly for service based application is there you want to provide, we can go for the service console. For normal applications, we can use a standard navigation. Understand? అర్థమవుతుందా డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి? హలో.
Yes, sir.
So you want to use this application only in the desktop and phone, both applications, or desktop only, phone only. So that also you can choose. If you choose this option, you can use this application in both the places, desktop and phone also it is available. Okay. Setup here. So you want to use the normal setup or service setup. So this is the normal application, right? Full application. For this, currently we don't want any service. Service setup means what? What is service setup? What it contains? It contains all the service application information like case object, assignment rules, right? Case object, email to case, escalation rules. So all those things it will be available in the service setup. Okay. So for our application, we can use a normal setup only. Okay. So this one disable end user personalized of navigation items in this app. So what it means is, for example, if you see here in application, So there is no something like you cannot change this all these things. You cannot change it, right? Service application. We don't have any options to like customize this tab, like ordering all this. For example, I think you can open another application, sales. You can see some applications pencil icon. కనిపిస్తుందా నా pencil icon? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So what is the use of this one is you can arrange. For example, I want to use calendar first now. I want to use like opportunity leads first after campaigns. So all these options we can customize it. If you want to get this type of option, pencil icon. So what you have to do is you can rearrange. You can add more objects, tabs, all these things you can do customize more things. If you want to get this pencil icon, what option you have to use? This option. If you don't want, you can disable it. Okay. Disable temporary tabs for items outside the app. Okay, you can disable it. Other apps if you want to remove it. This is related to the service side, service console application. You can ignore now. Okay. So now I will enable. I don't want disable. I want to use all these options. Click on next. Okay. You can see utility items. What is utility item? Utility item and for example, if you go to the any application. Okay, this is a normal case application. So here you can see that here. Something you can see to-do list, right? What is this? Is a utility item. If you have any work need to do, any pending work, whatever the upcoming work you want to check. So this is like a to-do list. Here you can add some notes also. Something if you can add some immediate you want to do some icons, right? You can use this option. Okay. For example, so add utility item, click on this. So for example, same thing if you want to add to-do list, right? You can add it. So it is available automatically like below. Yeah. For example, I want to add something like a notes. So that I want to add some notes for that time. Is this notes? You can see to-do list is available, notes is available, right? So name, what is the label name by default? Icon, height, width, all these things you can see. You can add more utility items, whatever is there available. If you just click here, you can see all these things you can add it here. If you want to see history, all right. If you have any appointments you want to check, if you want to send this text there, you can use all these utility icons. Normally, utility item means, so if you want to do some some if you want to check something immediately without navigating to other pages and all, in the same page, if you want to add something like a calendar, all these things, history for the records and all those things, you can do it. If you want to do some chatting on the record for that record, all these things, if you want to add some dashboards in that below, all these things you can see. So like a quick notes, something like that. This text. So all these icons where it will display, even ఎక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంది మీకు like this below. Here you can see that fabric, you can see that. Okay, that's it. Click next. So here we have to add the tabs. Items is nothing but a tabs normally. Okay. So for school application, so we have any tabs sir? చేస్తాం మనం ఏమైనా అప్లికేషన్స్ స్కూల్ అప్లికేషన్స్ ఏమైనా tabs? Students, teachers, that ఏమైనా? No, right? So by default, normally we can use a home application, home page. This is like for all applications we can use. Home tab is the default tab. I can use this, right? And normally we can use reports and dashboards also for all applications. Reports, dashboard. Okay, that's it. I will create more objects later. Then we can add that objects into this application. Now click next. Okay. So this application only needs to see. You can give this application access to all the profiles in the organization or any specific profile. For example, I want to show this application only for the CEO. Otherwise, this application I want to show only to the account people, sales people, something like that. If you want to, right? So we have all these profiles by default Salesforce is providing. Okay. So time being, what you can do is just give access to all the profiles. We'll discuss what is profile and later all these things. Just enable select all the profiles. Now time being, just click on save and finish. Okay. So now we are providing this application access to all the profiles in the organization so that everyone can see this. Whoever having this profile, they can see. For example, if I want to give only for admin people, you can remove it all these things. Just you can set only a system administrator, something like that. Okay. So now I want to give all the people, just enable it, click on save and finish. So now, so we have created a just application. So you can see this is application. You can see this is a Lightning application. By default, we create applications in Lightning means it is Lightning only. In the Lightning, you cannot create custom, like classic, all those things. Okay. If you want to modify anything again in the application, where you can modify, you can just pick this option, edit, delete, clone, whatever you want. In case if you want to change the name for the application, click on edit. Or if you want to change description, or if you want to change anything, you can change it here. Yeah, names, details, logo you want to change, you can change. Options, all the things you want to change, you can change. Utility items, we have added 3 utility items, right? Like a rich text to notes, to do list, all these things. Navigation items. We added only 3 objects now. That's pretty sure. Profiles, I have given all the profiles. If you want to remove anything, you can remove it later. Something. Clear how to create application in the Lightning? Otherwise, how to create application in the Lightning? Any question? Huh? Okay. So now, if you go here, just type a Narayana College. Now you can see logo, observe logo here. Which logo is coming now here? Same logo, sunset. Our school logo, right? Because we are using our own logo. What are the tabs available here? Home, reports, dashboards, right? You can see pencil icon because I have given access. I want to edit, personalize this navigation bar. So this way you can see. And you can see some. You can see some, right? Utility items, rich text, to-do list, all this. Okay. So now we have done this application. So normally what applications will you have, madam? What applications normally? Objects and objects, right? So for college application, what all objects we can create normally? First, mainly students. Next time, madam. తెలియదా మీరు ఎవరు కాలేజీకి వెళ్ళలేదు అసలు
Let's staff.
కాలేజీకి వెళ్ళకోకుండా ఇక్కడ దాకా చూస్తాను నెక్స్ట్
Supporting staff.
సారీ
Staff.
కోర్సెస్ బ్రాండ్స్
Subjects.
ఎంత
Subjects.
సబ్జెక్ట్స్ you can create as many as based on the requirement. Okay. So first we create one student object. How we can create object now? Now tell me, you are in SAS or PAS?
Yes.
How we can now get to PAS?
Setup.
So where you can create object? So this is object manager. This is option. You can click on object manager. Here you can see all the Salesforce, the default standard objects. Right? You can see here condition coming all the type standard. Okay. So now we can create a new custom object. How to create new custom object? Click on create custom object. This is custom object from spreadsheet means you have to create all the like object name and all everything in the spreadsheet. You can upload it, but not you can create manually now. Create a custom object. See, first we have to give the label name. It is like this. Label name always like a singular. Whatever the plural name, label name you are giving, this plural label where it will display. Whatever the plural label you are giving, this is nothing but which name? That's nothing but a tab name. Understand, sir? For example, your object name is student. Then what is the tab name?
Students.
Students. Understand? ఇక్కడ plural label ఏం ఇస్తామో it will come automatically in the tab level. They are giving some examples you can see. If object name is account, what is the plural name? Account. This is the API name. This is the label name. This is API name. Label means it will be in the UI. Like, the background, if you want to use in the programming and everywhere, you can use the API name. Okay. So what is the why will create student object? Why, sir? In the create object. What is the purpose of this object?
We'll store student data.
To store the details of student.
We store the student. Okay. So open the standard Salesforce.com help and training window. Okay, I'll show you this one. This is not required now. Currently, we are not using any VA pages and all. It is already outdated. Just remove this. Don't use this option. Always use this option. So in this object level, we can see one option available. Help page something like that. I'll show you after creating option. So this is object name. In Salesforce, what will happen is along with the object, by default, it will create one field also. You can create either normal text field or auto number field. Whatever you want, you can create. Now, what you can create, just you can create a text field. Text field means what? You can store some text, like name, something like that. You want to store, you can do it. So I'm giving first field name is student name, data type is text. In case if you want to use auto number, you can use auto number. Instead of student name, what you can give? Student ID. Understand, sir? Whatever you want, you can use it. But I will go with the name, text field. I will give a student name, field name. Okay. So now enable all these options, whatever you have. I'll tell you what, once the topic is coming, I'll tell you what to use of this option. Okay. All these things also enable it now. This is very important. For example, this object, if you want to deploy from one sandbox to production or the sandbox, we have to use. In development, still it is in development mode. We cannot move these changes to the other sandbox or production. If it is ready to deploy other places, you can use this option. Okay. If you are still developing this object, you can use this option. Okay, I don't want to deploy now because still it is in a development mode. Still it is in a development mode. Still development is there. Still build development is going. Something like that. Okay. Building the construction on still it is in construction. Okay, you cannot go into the home. Right? Similarly, in development means it is still in a development mode. You cannot move this to the other places, other sandboxes or production. Okay. So if you want, you can use deployed also fine. This is our live org, right? Production only. You can use this option also fine. So search option. You can use search functionality. In case someone is searching in the records here, if you want to use this object that places, yes, I want to use it. If you want to add notes and attachments, related list to the default page layout. Okay. I told you, right? In the top, you can see main object. Below, you can see related list. Related means nothing but a child object. Okay. So by default, nodes to attachments is the child for all the objects in Salesforce. If you take any object, nodes and attachment is the by default child for all the objects. Okay. So enable this option now. If you want to use this nodes and attachment into the page layout level. So this is the option you have to use. So now we are creating object only. We are not creating tab now. Just we are creating object with a one field. That's it. So if you want to create records on the UI level, what you need? Tab. Okay. If you want to create tab immediately here, you can use this option. If you want to create tab immediately here, you can use this option. If you want to create tab later, disable it, you can create later. For example, I'll just disable it, click save. So what we created now? Object is created. Object is created. If you go to the fields, some Salesforce default fields. Okay. If you create any object in Salesforce, these are some standard fields by default. Created by, last modified by, who is the owner for that record? Student name. Whenever you create new object, by default, these 4 fields will come. This is optional. You can give a name or ID, whatever you want, you can give it. Auto number or name. I'm giving names to created by, last modified by owner. These fields are common for all the objects. For every object, these fields are common. These 3. one page layout will create. Page layout is nothing but a UI, right? For example, if you create, right, something lead, if you click new button, this is nothing but a page layout. Whatever you can see the screen, right? This is called page layout. Okay. So once you create object in Salesforce, automatically what all creating? Even create అవుతున్నాయి sir? Object is creating some default fields. What are the default fields? Who is created by, last modified by, owner fields. All are look up to the user object. Okay. And student name and one page layout. Record pages. One record page also will create. Okay. It is not created by default. But some default buttons and all you can see. New button, edit button, save button, all these things, students tab, right? Okay. So can we see now student object here? కనిపిస్తుందా మనకు tab? Why sir? Why student object is not showing here? Why? Why the student object is not showing here? We created tab or not created? మనం ఇందాక tab create చేసామా లేదా? Or we created only object?
Create a tab.
Tab create చేసామా sir?
No, we didn't select the tab option.
We have not set that option. Last checkbox is there, right? After attachment, there is one more checkbox like launch tab something is there. We have disabled that option. If you disable that option, what will happen? It will not create a tab. It will not create a tab. So now what option to create a tab now? Okay. Go to the home, setup, home, setup, home. Now just type on tab. Okay, user interface tabs, click on tabs. So here you can click on, you can see here different tabs available. Object tabs, web tabs, Salesforce tabs, lightning component tabs, lightning phase tabs. Okay. Now what we created, that is nothing but an object. That's why we can use custom object tabs. So click on new button. For which object you want to create tab? Student. Tab color. I'll give this one. Just remember this color. Whatever color you are giving, tan color, right? Something like little bit orange. You can see this color. Just remember this color. Remaining fields are not necessary now. Just click on next. So I want to show this tab, apply tab visibility to the all the profiles. అందరికి కనిపించేలాగా పెట్టుకోండి. Okay, just give this default on now. Don't change the other options now. Just use the default on. That's it. Okay, click on next. So where you want to use this student tab? Which application? Yeah, application sir. Which application you want to include this tab? ఎక్కడ ఇచ్చేయాలి దీన్ని?
నారాయణ.
Narayana.
Where is Narayana?
You can search with Control F.
Here you can see. Right?
Next.
Even if you want to include this in other applications, also you can include it, no problem. But actually not required. That object is mainly required for this only. Still, if you want to use other places also, you can use it, no issues. Same problem, you can use it multiple places. But our main purpose for this one is here only, so that's why I'm enabling here. In case if you want to use, you can use it, no problem. Okay. Click on save. So remember this color and all. Now we can go to the app. Which application? Narayana. Can you see now? Can you see the tabs? Click on this. You can see symbol here color, right? And because why this is showing this symbol here? Because we have selected tab, right? This symbol here. Because of that, whatever symbol you have selected at the time of creating tab, it will start automatically. Here. Okay. So by default, it is taking application color. Otherwise, tabs also will have their own color. So how many fields are there? Only one field. We have not created so many fields. Student name only, right? So now tell me, Naresh, tell me, sir, how to create new object? I want to create one more object called lecturer. Navigations. Tell me how do I want to create new object. Where I need to go? Naresh. Sir, వినిపిస్తుందా మీకు? నరేష్ 157.
ఎస్ అన్న.
చెప్పండి బ్రో, ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేయాలి? వన్ మోర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఐ వాంట్ క్రియేట్ నౌ. ఇందాక హౌ వి క్రియేట్ స్టూడెంట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్, సేమ్ ఐ వాంట్ క్రియేట్ వన్ మోర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కాల్ టీచర్స్ ఆర్ లెక్చరర్స్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ మే బి. ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేయాలి? శరత్, హౌ టు క్రియేట్ వన్ మోర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ నౌ? ఐ వాంట్ క్రియేట్ న్యూ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. సుబ్బారెడ్డి,
Hello.
చెప్పండి సార్, హౌ టు క్రియేట్ న్యూ ఆబ్జెక్ట్.
Go to setups.
చెప్పండి. యూ ఓన్లీ నీడ్ టు టెల్ నావిగేషన్. ఐ విల్ నాట్ డూ సార్, జస్ట్ మీరు నావిగేషన్ చెప్తే ఐ విల్ గో దట్ ఆప్షన్. సెటప్.
Go to setup.
Then
We can search option.
we want to get object, right? We have to choose the
Yes,
object.
object matters. Yes.
Next ఏంటి? Where we have to go to create object again? Next option.
Good.
Create.
Yeah, creates. Create
Create
custom.
object.
We
For
can give
example, I
label names like a teacher.
Hmm.
And purple name is teachers.
Plural name I can give a teacher. Okay.
And we
Description.
can put the description in it.
Maybe one store
On the students'
details.
data. Yeah.
Okay. This is fine. Leave it. Then here, what is the options we have? How many different types we can create here? What are the other options available here? Only text.
Yes. No, sir.
Auto number,
Of
right?
course. Yeah.
Auto. For example, for auto number, what is the name we can give? Teacher ID. Instead of name, auto number and teacher ID you can give. Format. How to display this format? You can select. For example, NAN. అంటే నారాయణ అనుకున్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ బాగా. ఓకే, NAR hyphen. ఇక్కడ చూడండి కనిపిస్తున్న ఫార్మాట్, మీ ఇష్టం వచ్చిన ఫార్మాట్ ఇవ్వచ్చు. ఇట్లా నేను ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏదో ఫార్మాట్ ఇలా పెట్టేసి NAR you can give same option. hyphen 4 zeros. Starting number starting with a 1. అంతే కదా, ఫస్ట్ స్టార్ట్ అవ్వాలి. సో హౌ ఇట్ విల్ డిస్ప్లే ఫస్ట్ రికార్డ్? NAR 0001. If you create one record, first record, what will happen? That record automatically format display NAR 0001. Okay. Enable all these options. We'll discuss later all this. What is the difference between in development and deployed? What is the difference between these two? In development and deployed and
If the application is in development mode.
Still we are in
Yeah,
developing this
this one.
object. It is in development mode. We can use this one. It is ready. This object is ready. Fields is ready. Everything is ready. Now I
Go to
want to
deploy.
put this object to the other sandbox. That
Good.
time we should use this option.
Yes.
Deployed. So by default you can use this option. Anyway, we are going to deploy, right? So that's why you can use it. Search. In the global search, if you want to see teachers information, search. This one, notes and attachments in the page layout by default. So previously we have not selected now this object, right? Now you can select this one. What will happen? It will create a what? Em create chestundi it?
New custom tab.
So now it will create object and tab. Both you can create now. So now it will navigate to directly tab. I'll choose the tab color example. Apple. Okay. Click next. Default on. Don't change anything now. We can discuss all this in upcoming topics. Don't do any changes here. Next. Where you want to include this one?
Narayana.
College app.
Yes.
Click here. Now tab is visible or not visible now here?
Visible.
What's the name we have given? Teacher. Why? Previously not visible. Why it is visible now? Because previously we created the whole object first, then we have went to tabs, then created it. Now what is the what we did is now we created object and tab immediately, one by one. Understand, sir? అర్థమవుతుందా?
Yes, sir.
If you refresh the page, you can see it now. Now I want to use student teachers after the home tab. Tell me how we can do this. ఎలా అడ్జస్ట్ చేయొచ్చు మనం ఇప్పుడు? జస్ట్ ఏం లేదు, సింపుల్. మనం ఆల్రెడీ we have given this option.
Yes,
Users
sir.
can
Edit option.
Drag.
you can just drag and drop చేయొచ్చు. Otherwise you can click edit. You can use whatever the options you want to use. Right? Reset navigation, how you want to use. You can use this option also fine. ఎలాగా ఉంటే అలా. Understand, sir? If you want to add more also, you can add it. Click here. Right? So click student. So we have one field, name field we have to enter. But when it comes to teacher, what is the field we have given? Auto number. So auto number we cannot create it. By default, it will Salesforce will generate automatically after saving it. For example, we don't have anything here. If you click save, record is created. Narayana, you can see NAR access. But we have to create so many fields, and we'll discuss later. Students, for example, create new field. Mahesh Babu. Okay. You can see we have given name. Owner automatically. I am creating record now. Logged in by Varaprasad only. That's why it is over there. So who created by Varaprasad only? Who is last modified? Varaprasad. Understand, sir? ఇవన్నీ కూడా సిస్టమ్ ఫీల్డ్స్ అంటారు నార్మల్ గా. వాట్ యూ కెన్ కాల్ దిస్ ఫీల్డ్స్ Salesforce system fields. By default give us Salesforce all this data. Okay. Okay. I want to get one more object now. Student teachers. I'll ask other person maybe. Sir, Prabhukaran are telling me sir how to create object now. I want to get one more object called core test. Navigation. Tell me course. I want to get one more object now. Course.
Firstly, go to setup, sir.
Hmm.
And then again setup.
Okay.
Object manager.
Okay.
And create
Okay.
custom object.
Okay. Name. Label name.
This is for course, right? Courses, yeah. And plural is courses.
Courses. So whatever the plural name you are giving, that will display here in the tab level. Understand? Students, how it is coming? Because of that plural name. ఇక్కడ మనం ఏదైతే ఇచ్చామో that plural name will automatically display. Understand, sir? అర్థమవుతుందా? Description.
Details of courses.
Courses.
Available.
Yeah. Whatever you want, you can do. Details of courses. Offering. So enable this help window, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's leave it now. So record name, course name I can give as this. I don't want to do. I'll take this.
And then select everything.
I'll use deployed only. Search functions.
Yes, allow search. Both select.
You can see notes and attachments. Why it is coming from the student object? In the related list, this is the main object, detail object. This is related. Detailed and main object, main record. Related means child object. Same like a classic main set. And classic, and you can see up top main record, below related list, right? Same like this related list. Why it is coming automatically? Child, why notes and attachments is coming by default here?
We have
Because
enabled
at the
it.
time of creating object here, what you have enabled? This option. Not only for student object. If you go to the other object entity, teachers, click on teacher record. The related list you can see. Why it is coming? We have enabled that option at the time of it. If I will not enable now, I will want to create tab immediately. What you can do? Try this one. Okay.
No.
So tab color. You can give whatever you want. I'll give a jewel. Click next.
Narayana.
So normally you can see there's one more option is there, right? I'll go previous page. Previous, click on previous. So there is something called splash page custom link, right? So there is no use for this one, but normally what use of this one is something like a demo. If you want to describe about something like this object and all, you can create some link here. Okay, I think we have some video for this. I'll share this video. You can check it. Okay, I want to apply tab visibility to all the profiles in the organization. So prati okkati should see this course tab. Click next. I want to include this one where
Narayana.
college application.
College.
Okay. Now go refresh. Courses, right? Click on courses. Click on new. You can see course name. You can give an example. MBA. Click save. Can you see notes and attachments here?
Yes.
Why not displaying now?
We have
We have not
we have not
selected the
selected.
checkbox at the time of creation. Okay. So like this, you can create application object. Okay. So do this thing. Tomorrow we'll discuss create some more fields and all. Tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow we'll connect again same time. So any questions? Any questions? Indaga? So some people join a little bit late, sir. Actually, I'm planning to take interview now. I mentioned